tour. And the purpose of the tour is to review principles for preparedness and self-reliance in modern times. It requires practical wisdom for single individuals, for families, especially those who are seeking a peace of mind through thoughtful preparation. Preparedness. Okay. Oh, you didn't know that the book could be downloaded. Don't worry. At the end of the tour, I'll show you how to download the book and how to share this with others. And this is not only for Jehovah's Witnesses. This is for anyone who would like to have a little more control over anxieties, especially about the future. So we are live on YouTube right now. If you want to see it on the big screen, please go to your YouTube app, search for My Virtual Bible Tour, and you should see a live presentation. The name of the tour today is Living Wisely in Uncertain Times. And it talks about things that are out of our control, but we do have some control when it comes to preparedness. We don't know when a natural disaster is going to hit us, but we can do something about it nowadays. So the question is, Stalin, why are we talking about this now? Why does this matter today? Well, as I mentioned before, the blackout in the state of Texas in 2021, Katrina, the response to Katrina, the response to COVID. There are many things that have happened in modern times where the system has failed people, and modern comforts have vanished the ability to prepare for natural disasters or even economic instability. And no one can argue that we're living in a very special time where either financially is very hard to support for a family, or when things don't go out our way, we expect the government to have a more kind reaction to the need of people, and you just have to sit and wait. Well, you can do something about it now in small steps, but you can do something about it now. But another thing that has been happening, especially in the last 20 years, is that people has lost the knowledge. They have lost the knowledge of self-sufficiency. They rely too much on things that are already pre-cooked, on delivery. And when those things fail, they just simply, they don't know what to do. And the new generation is even more reliant on that. They don't know how to prepare a simple meal. They don't know how to take care of themselves. If they don't have electricity and they don't have internet, oh my God, I don't know what to do. I cannot place the order. I cannot get delivery. And this is where chaos comes from. But the Bible has a very beautiful principle. Can anybody help me read the Bible text that appears on the screen? Proverbs chapter 22, verse 3. And this may be a text that you have seen it before, but in light of what we're going to be talking about today, it's going to be more and more important for us to be aware. Let's ask Teresa Pili, Proverbs 22:3.
The true one sees the danger and conceals himself.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Welcome.
So what is this talking about? What is this inviting us to do? Are we living in difficult times? Absolutely, yes. Can anybody argue that we live in a very strange time? Nobody will argue, not even in the territory. So the book that I am about to present, which was written by a brother who asked me for help, the book will provide a clear roadmap for developing self-reliance. The book emphasizes on skills, on knowledge, and also preparing our mind that as time goes by, things are going to get more difficult. And the solution is not just stockpiling stuff. It requires a different mindset. And we want to begin having that mindset as difficult as things become more difficult. The book focuses on practical advice for everyday application, and it will help us to deal with almost any emergency that may come. So from a home and a family point of view, we want to make our homes a safe haven. Well, how do we do that? Well, by taking very simple steps to assess vulnerability. Our home needs to be a place of security. The organization has stressed in many occasions, even on an Awake magazine, that it is good to have a clear family emergency plan. In that plan, we need to have clear communication and we need to identify what is that meeting point that the family is going to meet in case of an emergency. And in the same way that we maintain our homes, we also need to have a plan for regular checkup and practice because we just want to be prepared. The end of the system will not announce itself and it will say, "Here I am. I'm going to wait for you to be ready." No, it's not going to happen like that. The Bible says that it will take a lot of people off guard, and we want to be prepared. There's another Bible principle that I would like you to read for me tonight. This is also found in the book of Proverbs, Proverbs chapter 14, verse 1. And let's ask Michelle to read it for us.
The wise woman builds up her house, but with her own hands, the foolish one tears it down.
Mhm. So, the purpose of this tour tonight, thank you, Michelle, is to become wise. We want to become wise by preparing ourselves for an emergency. And friends, this tour is not to panic, it's just to give you the peace of mind that if you're doing everything that is within your hands, then Jehovah will take care of the rest. Okay? This is not lack of faith or anything. This is about the principle that we read in Proverbs 22. The true ones sees the danger and conceal himself. We want to be shrewd and we want to do everything we can to be prepared. What is the foresight? The foresight is that Jehovah's Witnesses values prudent planning, not fear-based reaction. And that's why this tour and this book want to encourage. The application is preparation reflects loving concern for our family, for our community, especially in the face of an emergency. And we want to have a balanced view on this. Can anybody help me read the bullets that I have on the screen? Uh, Ginger Gordon. Ginger, can you help me read what's on the screen?
I'm sorry, I couldn't get my screen to get back to where we were. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, hold on a second. You want me to read what it says, a balanced view to repair?
The bullet points. There's 4 bullet points, and I want you to read one of them.
Oh, one. Okay. Not driven by fear, driven by love and prudence.
Beautiful. Thank you, Ginger. So good to hear from you. So, friends, we want to be driven not by fear. We want to be driven by love and prudence. Can anybody help me read the second point? Violet.
Yes, it says we are not doomsday preppers.
Mm-hmm. It's not about standing in the corner and saying the end is coming, the end is coming. we also want to take actions towards it, especially with our family and friends. Jeanette, can you read the next bullet point? Jeanette? I am inviting you to unmute.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Not a problem.
We aim to be thoughtful stewards of what Jehovah has provided.
Mhm. Not only do we preach the good news, not only do we preach the good news, but we also look out for one another. And last but not least, Judith.
Preparedness can allow us to help others in times of need.
Yeah. Not only do we deliver the good news, but we can also provide practical help to our neighbors. I have another Bible principle connected to all of this, and this is found in the first letter that Paul wrote to the Corinthian congregation. What is the Bible principle behind the meeting today, behind reading this book? Cherie Brown?
Let all things take place decently and by arrangement.
That's correct. If we wait for an emergency to take place to actually take action, then we're not doing things by arrangement. We're doing things hastily running. So planning is key, preparation is key, and sometimes practice is of the essence because we forget. The more we practice or we rehearse, the more confident and competence we will feel in case of an emergency. We don't want our anxiety or the fact that we're living in the last days to freeze us. We want to do something to prepare. In the same way that the Israelites prepare for exiting Egypt, the same way that they store the manna, especially from Saturday to Sunday, we can also take practical steps to secure provisions. And what is on your emergency bag? And you can see some of the um, items that the book talks about. Do you have an emergency bag? If so, does your emergency bag have the items that are on the screen? Do you have a bottle of water? Do you have canned food? Do you have a first aid? We want to be prepared. Thank you. Thank you, Shawana, for clicking a check. Now, the book highlights that true self-reliance often means coordinating activities, not only for yourself, but for others, even if they're not Jehovah's Witnesses. Like early Christians, we support one another, not only spiritually, but also in a practical way. We need to look for ways where we can be self-sufficient. Do you have a backyard? Do you have space for you to plant what they call it short-term vegetables or things that you can eat in case there's no access to food or because of social unrest, you cannot get out of your house, or because of social unrest, things cannot be delivered to your house? We need to be prepared. But in order for us to do that, we need to take steps, not only to train ourselves, but also to train our family. And the book talks about small steps that we can do, especially having a weekend project where we can practice a skill, or we can practice some of the suggestions that are found in the book. And because skills can fade, especially when there's no practice, it is good that once in a while you can have a quarterly family drill, or you can practice for certain emergency scenarios. Friends, I'm not sharing this information with you because I know when the end is coming. All I'm saying is we can be prepared when the end is coming. We can adapt to climate change. We can adapt to available resources. We can have control of what we can control. And that's what this book invites us to have. There are things that we cannot change, but there are things that we can change. Now, this book does not change our kingdom hope. Our ultimate security comes from Jehovah. That's why the slave recommend that in our emergency bag, we have either a Bible or we can have an old phone that we don't use anymore with a JW library. And we must have some kind of a battery charger to provide us in case of a blackout. Practical wisdom, especially the training that we have received, not only will honor Jehovah, but would also benefit others. So the training or the suggestions that the books gives you not only will save you, but will actually share with one another. But the best part, the part that I like the most, is that the book, together with prayer and practice and rehearsal, will create an atmosphere of calmness. It will help keep our anxieties in check because we have done something for Jehovah to bless. So, what are the key takeaways from the book? And I'm giving you a super high level bullet point so that you can get the book. I mean, the book is free in PDF form. If you want an audio book, if you want it on Kindle, then you can go ahead and buy it from Amazon. But the PDF is absolutely free for anyone who requests it. What are the key takeaways from the book? You, at the end of reading the book, you will know practical skills that will help you to survive in any way and any emergency. It will help you create a family plan, a family emergency plan when an emergency arrives. It will help you and show you how you can store water and non-perishable food wisely so that it can last longer. It will help you maintain a spiritual routine even in difficult circumstances, and it will simplify and become less dependent on systems that rely on government or rely on other humans. Friends, the idea of this book may have come from a suggestion that the branch sent to people in Central America. There was some civil unrest, and the branch recommended the friends that if they have a little space in the backyard to actually grow something that will help them survive for days because of the civil unrest. And this also supports our Christian living. How? Can anybody help me read the three bullets that are connected, that are shown there on the screen? Jacqueline Diggs, please.
Encourages self-discipline and modesty.
Mm-hmm. Yes. How does it encourage self-discipline? Because you need to do this regularly. This is not as simple as putting something on the microwave. It requires effort, and it requires that we do not have control of everything. Moana, can you read the second bullet?
It says, helps us care for our families during times of crisis.
Mm-hmm. Your non-witness family, they may think that we are useless. They may think that we don't have practical skills, but Jehovah have taught us how to act, especially in times of an emergency. And this book gives you many ideas on how to remain calm and focus on our ministry. Titus chapter 3, verse 1 says, we can be ready for every good work. Okay? In conclusion, in case you haven't seen this book, the book encourages us to take steps today to be prepared, to increase our resiliency, but also give us the ability to help others. So what are the things that you need to do? You need to review your family emergency plans, especially if you live in areas that are prone for natural disasters, such as Oklahoma, Texas, Alabama, and all the Bible Belt where we have tornadoes and all this twisters and other natural disasters that are more common than they were 5-10 years ago. It is good if we learn a new skill, especially if it is a survival skills, especially during the Great Tribulation. And what's best, you can actually have something for you to share with your family, something practical that you can tell them that you learned from your Bible preparation, your Bible studies. So at the end of this tour, I'm going to show you how you can get your own free digital copy. It'll be in a form of a PDF, and you can start reading that. I'm also going to give you the opportunity to get the audiobook in which you can listen to this book. And by listening to this book, you can actually do other things as you're listening to what the book has to say. And at the end, if you think this book is practical, you can actually provide us a review of the book in the Amazon store, and that will help us a great deal. So I would like to open the floor for questions. And the first question that I have for you guys is, how can we apply the principles that we have learned tonight to help our congregation and to help our communities? Do you think that this is needed? Jacqueline?
Yes, I was talking to my kids, over the weekend, and I was telling them we have to start preparing now and not wait till it's too late. Because like me, I live in a townhome, so I don't have a yard. So I said, you remember the video we saw where those friends was in other countries? They was using buckets. I bought me a big old bag of seeds and I'm planting them, having my garden like cucumbers, tomatoes, just the simple basic things. And I grew up in Alabama, and what we used to do when we used to go gleaming, we used to get stuff, chop it up, put it in the freezer. So I said, I'll show you all how to do that. And so that's what, and somebody told me you can can meat. I didn't know that. I said, canned meat. I said, wow. So, it's so much we can learn from each other. So what we can do is share what we know, and then they in turn share what they know.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Thank you. Thank you, Jacqueline. I was a little doubtful when I prepared this virtual tour, when I agreed to help my friend to promote this book and to give this book for free, especially for those that don't have the means to buy it. Hey, it's not like I don't have money. Okay, no problem. You can have the book for free. And I just pasted a link on the chat where you can go and actually download the book, and it's for free. You don't have to provide email or anything. But if you do provide your email, then we can give you the audio portion of the book. We can give you a checklist. We can give you a bunch of other stuff that will make this whole family study, personal study, more useful for you. I am sharing the actual PDF. This PDF, as I mentioned, is completely free. You can share it with others. And I'm looking for the mouse, and I can freaking find it. Where's the mouse? Give me 1 second, friend. I don't know what the mouse is. There you go. I found it. Okay, so what you're seeing right now is actually the PDF. It says complimentary copy. There are 300 pages of independence, of things that you can do. Let me show you chapter 1. And this is what got me hooked when my friends approached me. Take a look at this. Chapter 1 of the book. Why preparation is essential and not optional. In the complex web of modern civilization, we exist in a state of unprecedented dependence. With a few taps on a screen, food appears at our doorstep. With the flip of a switch, darkness turns to light, turns a handle, and clear water flows abundantly. This intricate system of conveniences have disconnected us from the fundamental skills and knowledge that sustain our ancestors for millennia. Yet, beneath this veneer of permanence and stability lies a fragile infrastructure vulnerable to disruption. How? Natural disasters, power grip failures, economic instability, and social unrest are just hypothetical, aren't not just hypothetical scenarios, they're recurring realities that can transform our comfortable lives into survival situation with frightening speed. And when I was looking at recent system failures, we have the 2021 Texas power crisis, we have the Hurricane Katrina, and we have the COVID-19 pandemic. And these are just a few. These are just a few. And many of you may have experienced other events where you have dependent on the system and the system is too old, or the system was not made to handle what is meant to be living in the last days. So the purpose of this book is to give us practical things that you and I can do as we wait for our deliverance. So please, I gave you the link so that you can download the free book, right? It's in the form of a PDF. You can underline it, you can read it, you can share this with others. But if you want the audio file, I need your email so let me show you what I can give you once I have the email. And this is all for free. You don't have to pay a dime. Let me share with you what you get with an email. You see, this is the link that I posted on the chat so that you can download the book. You can just click here, download, and boom, you have the book in PDF. However, if you provide an email address, I can give you an audiobook, meaning this book, but in audio, where you can listen as you drive, or you can listen as you clean your house or do other things. I can also give you a list of critical skills that you need to learn in order to gain more independence. I can give you also a food independence bundle, list of forgeable plants, fishing techniques, and hunting strategies that you can use to survive. I can also give you shelter, construction, rain, water harvesting, water purification, and even a solar cooker blueprints. All of this you can practice now. So when the end comes and there's complete chaos, you're not running like chicken without a head. You know what you need to do. In addition to all of that, I'm going to give you an emergency prepare system. This is a more detailed instruction of what we already have in the emergency bag. And this will allow you to have more things in case chaos is extended more than a day or two. I live in Florida, and we were hit by a hurricane. I can't remember the name now because it was so many of them. And my wife and I, we come from a Caribbean country where we have dealt with this before, and we collected water in gallons and buckets. We have items on our portable fridge. So when the electric company decided to take away the electricity because they were afraid that the damage of the hurricane were going to create fires and other things, we were prepared. We have things that we have to do. We have things that we can do to take care of each other. And we were not relying on the fact that we have to wait for electricity. All of our things were charged from the night before. So all of those things can help you be calmer, be relaxed. Yes, the first thing that we're going to do is panic when we see the world in chaos. But the fact that we've been practicing and we've been doing these things, you will remember, wait a second, calm down. You got this under control. That's why you bought those buckets. We have at least cucumber and tomatoes to eat. Don't worry about it. With a little bit of salt, that food can sustain you. And can you believe that cucumbers, celery, and other items are 90% water? So even if there's no drinkable water, there is a way that you can get water. And as a bonus, you will get also the official military field manual. And these are the manuals that the military use to train their special forces. You don't have to use them, but they're there in case you want it. And all of that is if you provide your email address. No email address, it's okay. I'm going to give you the link so that you can download the PDF. With your email, I can give you all these other PDF files. How about if you don't want all those PDF? How about if you say, Stalin, I would like to have everything under one location? Then you can go to Amazon, right? You can buy the physical book, or you can get a Kindle, which is an electronic version of the book, and you can have all the checklists there. So that's my offer from me to you. I see some hands. I would like you friends to ask me any questions about the information that have been shared tonight. And let's begin with Michelle from California.
You wanted to know how I was going to share this information, and lovingly Jehovah allowed me to share 15 of our brothers and sisters who came.
Beautiful.
But Stalin, this is so encouraging because personally for me, I've been through so many traumatic things since the COVID, and you never think that you would end up having a stress disorder or you see what I'm saying? We just had the broadcasting about how anxiety nowadays is stronger than it's ever been before. So this is just so timely. And so I want to let you know that I put 2 different emails in the chat directly to you for
Perfect.
the audio. Now there's an elderly sister that's on, but she doesn't know how to do the chat. So you're
Yeah.
going to see me send you a message for her, okay?
Yeah, please do. Please
Thank you.
enter as many emails as you can. It doesn't
Okay.
cost you anything. All I'm collecting is the email so that I can send you all of this stuff. And I wanted to
Now I
show.
want everything that you are sending, okay?
Yeah, no, I'm gonna send it to you, Travis.
Uh,
Yes, let's invite now Marina. Marina, your mic should be open. And friends, I'm gonna show you Amazon because this is an actual official book. If you go to Amazon and you type Travis Blackwell, you're gonna see the book that I'm talking to you about. There is a physical book with all the information that I'm sharing with you, or you can get a Kindle, which is an electronic book with all the PDF that I'm talking to you about, but it will all be in one central location. But if you provide me the email, I'm going to send you all the 27 PDF files so that you can review it at your own pace, and you can actually review the book itself. Okay, but the book is I think it's very handy. It would allow you to develop skills that, man, you never thought you could. I'm going to tell you, I'm a computer guy. I'm not a manual person, a person that does things with my hands, but the book gives you very practical advice as to what you can do and how you can learn. Marina, I opened your microphone. Oh, okay, there you go.
Okay. It wasn't letting me open it before, sorry. Well, I appreciate Michelle sending me the link for this because I have a problem walking, and I got myself to a friend's house. But the Sunday we spoke last year, March, I say I would like to plant a garden in the back of your yard because I live in an apartment.
Mhm.
She said, okay. Stalin, she died Tuesday. I was
Oh,
not
no.
able to communicate with her further, but her son came. I planted 3 fig trees over there. The girl who helps me at the house went over with me. I potatoes, and but the hurricane came, and I lost half of it. And because there's 2 men over there, I decided to abort. But now I'm going to see if I could get some other friends to go with me and do that garden. I used to have it on my windowsill, but they complained there was too much things on the windowsill.
Mhm.
And just today, one of the girls who is working with me, she said, Mommy, I'm going to bring you some dirt because I have some dirt there on the windowsill and it's not catching. I put peppers and it's not catching. So I needed new dirt. My whole point is mobility. I want to do this so bad. Right here, the girl brought my go bag and I have it here because I had batteries in a suitcase. And my go bag is so simple, but it's what it have in it. It's a floater. You
Oh,
see it?
yeah, I see it.
It's a floater. And I'm always thinking I have rain boots in it. Yesterday I bought Saturday I bought that raincoat. What do you call it again? The plastic little raincoat.
Yep.
I forget what is the name of it. I bought that too. I am preparing so badly because I always think rain is going to be falling
Yeah.
when this thing happened.
A
Because
poncho.
in this apartment, the hurricane, 5 days we were out of electricity. I
5
just
days.
bought myself a little stove.
Mm-hmm.
I just bought myself a little stove, and it has, those heaters, what you heat up water and food with when you go to a gathering.
Mhm.
I have that too. I did not know what this was going to be about, but I have my go bag right by me because I have to put the batteries in it. And I just
I'm
want
so
to tell you,
happy.
I appreciate all the things I heard here tonight.
Thank you, Marina. And I'm going to be
Appreciate
honest with you. I told my wife I'm going to keep the meeting short. I'm going to make it 30, 45 minutes. I'm just going to ask you, friends, please put your email on the chat. By putting your email, you're going to get everything absolutely for free. There's no commitment to buy. But if you want to get the paperback, or to get the Kindle, for those of you who know what a Kindle is, then go ahead and buy it in Amazon. It's only $10. But the motive behind this presentation today is to create awareness. Anxiety today is a real issue. And the only way to deal with anxiety, other than praying to Jehovah, is to do the things that calm you down. And I met someone, I was in the house, and I saw that inside the house, she was growing things. And they sell this plastic thing where you can grow tomatoes and all this, they call it short-term vegetables inside of your apartment. You don't have to have a house to do that. And that gives you security, or at least the idea, if something were to happen, and for a couple of days, like those friends in Houston, when they got the weather storm and everything was flooded and they were without electricity for weeks, they at least have a way to get clean water and they have a way to have something to eat. Morgan from California.
Yes, I live in a three-story apartment building, and it's divided. The corridor is divided. The north side of the building, apartments on the north side, apartments on the south side. Now I live on the north side of the building. The sun light never comes on this side directly. That sister had mentioned about the window planting on the windowsill. I did that years ago, but it did not, my plants did not grow. They would form, but I planted some collards and some greens, and they didn't grow. But when I took that same pot to a friend's house where it could be in their backyard, the color came in and they grew good. So I could see that I could not grow anything in my windowsill. So you were just mentioning something about some plastic or something. What we can grow, that we can obtain to grow veggies in an apartment that does not get any direct sunlight.
Yeah. This plastic shell, right, where you put the seeds, it comes with a blue light that, I don't know, it fools the plant to believe that that's the sunlight. So you can actually grow inside your house. Short.
Do you know the name of that?
Huh?
Do you know the name of that object?
It's on the book. I'll send you the chapter. It's on there, growing your own plants. Okay.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
No, not a problem. It's chapter 11. It's called Survival Agriculture, and you get there some suggestions.
Well, I'm 70 now. I'll be 80 this year. I don't know how to do that all that, technology stuff. I don't know how to do it, but I'm just glad to hear that they do have something like that. So I'll ask my daughters if they can find something like that for me.
Yeah, what you can do is you can give your daughter, and by the way, I'm talking to you, but I'm talking to everyone here, all your 235 connection. You have my phone number, right?
Yeah, yes.
My phone number is the Zoom ID, 914-469-8548. You can give it to a family member, and the family member can get in contact with me and say, hey, my mom or my grandma a virtual tour, and she said to send you a text. Don't call me, because calling takes too much time.
Okay.
But a text is good, because through a text, I can send you the link to download the book.
Oh.
And once you have the PDF on your tablet, because everybody has a tablet nowadays, you have JW Library, you can have the documents that I talked about today.
Okay, thank you so much. I'll let my daughters know about this situation.
Please do. Please do. Marcelina Robinson.
Yes, I was just going to say that you can buy grow bags, which I have. We in Baltimore, we used to have recyclable trash cans, and they used to have them at the yard for $5 a piece. So I have like 29 of those in my yard with all kinds of things, and also grow bags, and put them on your patio and grow your vegetables in that, and get it dehydrated, and you can dehydrate some of those vegetables.
Ah, that is great.
You can also see we used to rent a farm, so we had everything. So my mother's from North Carolina. When she was living, she lived to be 99. She passed in 2019, so she taught me everything. She said, you buy two, you use one, you buy one, so your pantry stays stocked.
Oh, that is beautiful. I was talking to someone the other day, and I remember now, it was in the ministry, and the person was not very happy to see me in his property. He was like ready to tell me he's not interested. But what I did was I noticed he had a beautiful garden. So just when he was ready to tell me not interested or whatever, I said, "What a beautiful garden you have." Many people don't take the time to use the free light from the sun and the free rain to grow things. That's all I said. I was hoping that that will click, and it worked. The gentleman came to me and he says, I don't like what they're doing in this country. And I said, what are you referring to? Oh, all this seedless fruit, God created fruit and he gave us the fruit and he gave us the seed so that we can plant it again. But if you buy seedless fruit, there's no seed. You have to be dependent on the person who's selling you the fruit. And I didn't realize what he was saying until we bought some seedless grape or seedless oranges. He's absolutely right.
Yeah.
You create a dependency, and with a dependency, it comes chaos. And that's exactly what this book wants to undo. This book wants to empower people to have the control of their life. Willette, I think that's how you pronounce it.
Yes. Hi, my brother.
No.
I just moved to Alabama from New York. I used to live in Yonkers, and
Part
I
of
live
Yonkers.
I lived right by the water, well, Warburton. We
Oh,
know each other, know your
beautiful.
family stuff. Yeah. But I just recently moved from there, and so I have a little piece of land in the back of my yard.
Mhm.
And so I just gave it an email with the book, but it's a little difficult down here. Not everybody has a lot of land to
Mm.
plant and grow on. And I live in a townhouse. We're very, very, very close to each other. It's just a slither of land. And so I was wondering, does your book give you any ideas of what kind of generator to get?
Okay.
Because if we have power outages, it's hello, it's dark down here.
Yep.
You know, so do you have a power generator? Do you have any ideas of the kind of portable refrigerators to get that the generator could manage? Also down here, because when it's hot down here, it's hot.
Yeah.
And we're gonna lose everything in a day. It seems down here when it gets like really hot. So a good generator, good flashlights, portable things that we can use, collect rainwater also,
Yeah.
because we get
Yep.
a lot of rain.
Well,
Does the book
the book covers all of that. Oh, I am so
awesome.
I am so
Awesome.
happy. Chapter 11 talks about solar energy system and how you can do a kit yourself.
Okay.
Chapter 16 talks about wind energy and hydroelectric generation.
Okay.
Chapter 18 talks about living with limited energy and prioritizing energy consumption. And I saw something about water rain a few minutes ago as I was looking for something else. But the book has, again, over 300 pages with,
Awesome. Okay.
with, ideas, suggestions. Some of them will be complex, others will be extremely simple. Oh, so it's chapter 5, water procurement, and it suggests rainwater collection techniques.
Okay.
It
Thank you
even
so
teaches
much.
you
'Cause it's
how to filter and purify water
okay.
on your
Yeah,
own.
that'll be great. Thank you. I really appreciate it. I'm gonna start reading it tonight.
All right, I'm glad to hear that. This makes me so, so, so happy. So, so happy. Moana, please.
Yes, I just wanted to say that by us being prepared, when the time comes that we need it, we can implement the principle found at 2 Corinthians 8:14, which speaks about an equalizing. We have something to share when somebody may not have.
Yeah. Moana, I love that so much. I am the only witness in my family, and my family visit us where we were assigned. And my father was very impressed. He said, "Wow, you guys not only teach people how to read, but you also help people in a practical way on how to live." And I said,
Yeah.
"Yeah, Papa, that's what we do." Of course, he's focusing on the social aspect of the work that Jehovah's Witnesses does. But to your point, if people see us not only preaching the good news, but also helping our our neighbors. That could go a long way. And I think I have a Bible principle which I learned. Oh God, I forgot already. Where did I learn it?
Well, we're all about sharing, really, aren't we?
Yeah. Well, I can't remember now. When I remember, I'm going to share it. I am talking about someone, why? Who was a first century Christian. And even though he was a Christian and he was part of the way, as Christianity was known back then, Jewish people in his neighborhood had a lot of respect for him. And I think I'm talking about Phillips. I'm talking about Phillips, but I'm not sure right now. I have to go back to where I read it. But that impressed me a lot because Jewish people in the first century, they considered Christians to be apostate. They didn't want anything to do with them. But Philip, when he was preaching to the Samaritans, I think this was, man, I'm losing my mind. I think this was this weekend Watchtower. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. But Philip was able to preach to the Samaritans, even though they had this hatred for the Jews, or Paul was chasing the Christians. But Philip, or someone, was able to preach the book study. Thank you. They was able to preach to them, even though they belonged to a different religion. And why did that work? Because of the help that the practical help that we can provide our neighbors in time of need. Karen Blanco, and you guys have 2 more minutes before I close the meeting, because I promised my wife I'm going to be done by 10. Karen, and then Betidia Thompson, and Dariska Jackson, Edgar and Veronica Gilbert, and Sylvia Sikorsky. Whichever opened the mic first, start talking. Sister Thompson, your mic was closed. Edgar and Veronica.
Yeah, we just moved, and here we're in Indiana. We have so many squirrels around here. In the book, does it tell suggestions so you don't kill the squirrels, but you do vegetables?
I think, let me go back to the book, because I think I read something in the book where it talks about where to get your protein. Okay, guys, I'm going to be very honest with you, because honesty is the mother of everything. If you buy the Kindle version, the Kindle version have what they call hyperlinks. When you click on something and it takes you directly there. In the PDF, you just have to look for something. And I was reading about something, and it says something about where to get your protein. And now I cannot find it. Because the squirrels may be protein. They taste just like chicken. But no, I'm not giving you any ideas what to do with the squirrels. But here in my house, we have seeds for the birds. And the way we did it, we have a rotating thing with a plastic that when the squirrel tried to get to it, it slipped down and they fall. But I don't know if that will protect your vegetables. Friends, it's 10 o'clock. Please put your email on the chat. Someone already helped me by putting the type of bulb that you need in order to grow your plants indoors. I'm gonna share the recording of this presentation, and I'm going to send you the link to the book so that you can get the book. And if you provide me with your email address, I am going to provide you with all the other stuff, the book and all the other files. Okay, there's something than just the book, right? You read the book, think the book is useful. Please go to Amazon and give us a review. I will greatly appreciate it very, very much. Your reviews will help us propagate or help us tell other friends about this. Okay, so I have given you the link to the book, but I'm also giving you the link to the review. Please, 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 pretty please, give us the review about the timing of the book, the information of the book, and how the book can help you, especially in these last days. It's getting late here, so I'm gonna open your microphone. Thank you all for joining, and please share this information with everyone. I just got back from Egypt. I need about 2 to 3 weeks to prepare my presentation of the trip to Egypt. So please give me a couple of weeks to prepare for all of that. All righty. Thank you all for coming. We have over 300 connected today, and I'm very happy for that. I'm going to unmute you all, and let's just say goodbye.
Bye. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
So
Stalin.
much. Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
You all.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye, friends.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Love
Stalin.
everyone.
Love you
Thank you
guys.
so much for
Good
the
night,
information.
friends.
Thank you.
Sending my love.
Good information. Thank you.
Right.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Good night, brother. Thank you.